I'm here with Bob Mankoff, the cartoon editor of The New Yorker and the author of the new memoir, How About Never Is Never Good For You. As part of this, we submitted a captionless cartoon to our Twitter and Facebook followers and asked them to submit their own versions of a caption. This is one of Bob's cartoons, and we got hundreds of submissions from people. And now Bob is going to go through those that he chose as the best and tell us a little bit about them. So let's go through some of these so you can critique them for us.
Okay.
These ones, I think, are the ones you thought were some of the best. So let's talk about those.
No, this is there are lots like these. No, I said your schedule has to be flexible. So a lot of people, in our contest, we get 5,000 to 10,000 entries, but they're not 5,000 to 10,000 different. They move in groups. So if we had given this, I think a couple of hundred came in, 5,000, there'd be a whole sort of cohort that used flexible. So no, I said your schedule has to be flexible, and people who like wordplay would like this, and I thought that was a decent version of that. And I should say, one of the things I want to say is there are lots and lots of lousy captions, but I think it's all admirable. Most people can't come up with any caption. They just stare at it blankly. So, and the way to coming up with good captions actually is to do lousy ones and sort through them. All right.
And I said plie.
I said plie, so that's great. First of all, nice, I'll point this out, punchline right at the end, last word. You know what I mean? And now we're thinking, we're doing a little work. It's got a little cognitive thrill. We got to know a little bit about ballet. We got to know a little about something. We feel a little bit flattered. You know what I mean? That we know what this is, and we're putting those two, once again, two references together,
okay.
right?
What else we got?
Yeah. Okay. Now turn yourself around. That bill is what it's all about.
That's my favorite, by the way.
And it was to my. And you're thinking hokey pokey. So I love that when you think the joke, you think the punchline. You know, if that had went on. That joke would have been completely killed. Now turn yourself around, Bill. That's what it's all about. That's doing the hokey pokey. Right. Now you've turned a good cartoon into a terrible one.
Yes, it's a great one. What do we got?
Now this is just weird. Now you're just stalling. So this like avoids the thing a little bit and a little ambiguous. And this wouldn't be my favorite, but I think it's sort of certain creativity. A little bit more out of left field rather than what you expect, whereas flexible is completely what you expect, and most people are going to say that's okay. They're not going to be crazy about it. Right. I don't care how well Jazzercise is going for you, Frank, you're still fired. And so that, I think that's okay. That's okay. You know, he's bringing in the dance thing.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so this is like charades. Okay, second word. Once again, we have to complete it. So generally, that was my bias, and it's a New Yorker cartoon bias. I want. It's not about being transgression. It's not about being vulgar. It's about playing a game and showing that you can be funny and clever, and those are good captions.